In this day and age, teens are more defiant and entitled than ever. But what happens when these same entitled teens are arrested for their privileged behavior? Here are the 5 most entertaining examples of when entitled teens discovered that laws actually apply to them as well. Starting with a dramatic case of this teenage girl who has harassed residents and officers at 4 in the morning and still believed she had done nothing wrong. At 4 a.m. on August the 11th of 2021, officers would respond to a disturbance call at an apartment complex. Upon arriving at the apartment in question, they discovered 3 women outside, engaged in a loud argument. What they initially believed would be a routine resolution quickly took a turn for the worse when one of the teenagers became highly uncooperative.
Girl, don't play with me. Fuck wrong with you, girl. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
No, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Girl, bitch, I don't care.
The 3 girls were in the midst of a heated argument over money, and the uncooperative teenager had shown up at the apartment a few moments earlier to collect money that she had lent to the other girls. When they couldn't provide the cash, she then chose to cause a scene.
She's just trying to go to jail. Is what she's trying to do.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. Not let her stress you out.
I don't give a damn.
Like, why are you talking to the officers like that? They came out to save you.
Oh, God.
Police would attempt to intervene, and initially she had no issues with them, but moments later she snapped. As one officer attempted to calm her down, she became increasingly aggressive towards him, insisting that she could do whatever she wanted to.
What are you
Okay, I don't have no ride home, so with that being said, you can stop talking to me, you go do your job.
All right, first of all,
Yeah.
this is my job. I've
Okay,
been called
yes,
out
but
here.
I'm still, baby,
Okay.
baby, it doesn't matter,
Hey,
it doesn't
stop
matter,
yelling at me.
baby.
Despite the officer warning her about the potential arrest for her behavior, she continued to act out, convinced she was doing nothing wrong. As she saw things weren't going her way, she started threatening the officer, first saying that she would make calls to cause problems for him, and then taking out her phone, saying that she'd record footage that would incriminate him. But despite the tense situation, the officer performed perfectly and stayed calm, warning her about what might happen if she continued.
Stop for what?
Because you can go to jail for disorderly conduct.
Okay, this was conduct, but what am I doing?
You're yelling at 4 in the morning.
It's 4 in the morning and you're drunk.
Yes, it does matter.
Well, okay.
While attempting to reason with her, it became quite obvious that she was heavily intoxicated, but upon accusing her of having a few too many drinks, she firmly denied the accusations and challenged the officer to prove it.
Do the blow test, make me walk, and do everything
I don't
else.
have to. It's because-
Okay,
it's because
okay,
you're
it
acting
doesn't
very-
matter. It doesn't matter. You called off a response. That doesn't matter. It does, and I'm recording this right now. It
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
It's recorded as
Okay.
well.
After several minutes of back and forth, the officers eventually decided to arrest her. As she was only 18 years of age, they informed her mother over the phone before proceeding.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, this is my mama. He talking to you.
Yeah.
Who is that? Because I don't sell pussy.
Your daughter,
I don't care. You
your
can't
daughter's
be my
about to
ass.
go
I
to
ain't
jail
worried
for
about it.
disorderly
You can't be my
conduct.
ass, though.
Shut the fuck up and my baby crying. Like, I can't.
Initially, she resisted arrest while making threats to the other girls, but the officers overpowered her and placed her in a police car.
For disorderly conduct, make sure
Swing at me.
I'm not swinging at you. Make sure you have my phone. Bro, put my phone up. Bro, no. Bro, no. Man, oh, idiot, shut the fuck up talking to me, oh. Bitch. Stop jacking me, oh. Stop fucking jacking me, bitch. Stop jacking me, oh. Stop jacking me, bitch. Stop, bitch. Man, hoe ass, hoe. Fuck. Yo, pussy, lame man. Bitch.
At the station, she would be charged with 1 count of felony obstruction and 1 count of disorderly conduct. While her behavior was rather aggressive, at least she didn't physically harm anyone, unlike this next privileged teenager who is now facing a lengthy prison sentence for resisting arrest and assaulting multiple people, including a police officer. On May the 30th of 2022, an officer would be called in response to a situation wherein a minor was attempting to escape from a detention center and was displaying violent behavior. Earlier in that afternoon, she had initially attempted to flee from the juvenile facility. However, staff members managed to apprehend her and tried to return her back to where she belonged. Suddenly, she became extremely violent, forcing them to release her and follow at a distance.
So I had to come in, we got her in the house, I tried talking to her, telling her that she's got to make good decisions. If she wants out of the group home, we have to do it a good way, not a bad way, by running and hitting people. She got up and she started assaulting all of us.
Okay.
We blocked it. I tried to talk her down. I tried everything. And finally I had to let her go out.
Yeah.
So we've just followed her this whole time to keep her safe.
But as the situation escalated further, they realized that things were getting out of hand, and that's when they decided to contact the police. When the police would arrive, they attempted to make her understand the seriousness of her actions. However, she quickly denied any wrongdoing, insisting that her actions were not intentional in an attempt to avoid going to jail.
You can't do that.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I'll go back and go to bed. I'm not going back to jail.
So now you want to go back.
I just want my county workers to get me.
Well, that's not how these things work.
You assaulted us.
I didn't assault you. I pushed you out of the way so I can get out the door. Please,
doesn't mean they
Stephanie.
can't get you help. Okay?
No, I'm not going back to jail. Please.
Haley, they're gonna get you help.
No, I want to go back and go to bed. I'm tired.
I
Please.
can't keep you safe.
Yes, you can.
No, I've tried. I can't. I can't keep you safe. I can't keep the girls safe. I cannot keep my staff safe. I've done everything I can.
When she realized she might be headed to jail, she began pleading with the juvenile staff, promising that she would not try to escape again. However, unfortunately for her, the situation had now escalated beyond their control, and as the officer tried to arrest and escort her to the police vehicle, she did something completely unexpected.
Please, Stephanie. Don't touch me!
Stop.
Don't touch me! Stop, Stephanie, please! Please, Stephanie! Get off! Ah, get off of me! Bitch, get off of me! Get off of me! Get the off of me! Get off of me!
You're alright.
Police brutality! Get off me!
When she realized physically assaulting the officer didn't better her situation, her next decision was to verbally assault him, hoping that this would yield a better result for her than before. She first asked the officer to fully roll down the window, claiming that she couldn't breathe, but the officer quickly understood that she may try to escape through the window, so he denied her request.
Please roll down my window!
It's rolled down.
No, it's not all the way!
I'm not rolling it down all the way.
I can't breathe!
You can breathe fine. Stop.
I can't breathe!
You're talking. You can breathe.
Barely! I can't feel it, dummy!
I don't care.
Of course, if I die, it's on you.
You're talking right now. You can breathe.
With that, she resorted to insulting the cop and wished death upon his family, but that evidently didn't help her case, as she expected it to, as she would soon be charged with aggravated assault and is now facing a lengthy prison sentence.
I hope you die in a car crash, along with your family.
Why would you say something like that? Stop!
While she would be fortunate to escape with only one charge, the next teenager was not nearly as lucky, receiving 3 significant charges for theft and threatening to kill the residents of a home. On July the 3rd of 2022, officers were called to address a disturbance involving a young girl who had been caught stealing cigarettes from her neighbor's porch. She had also made unprovoked threats, claiming that she had just been released from prison and had an AK-47 that she would use to kill them. The officer would quickly find the girl, approaching her and instructing her to stop. As expected, she ignored the commands and attempted to escape. However, the officer tackled her to the ground and tried to cuff her, and she began to resist arrest so violently that he had to request backup. And with the assistance, she was subdued and placed in the police vehicle.
Come on, Chloe. Let's go. Have a seat. Have a seat. Chloe, have a seat. Get in the car.
Why are you hurting me?
Get in the car.
I'm not doing it! Shut up! They need a kill! I'm trying to give you to do! You just got dumb and hurt me every day! Even though I'm doing half of the time! You guys seriously like this?
While in that vehicle, she didn't stop shouting, insulting and making threats to harm herself and the police officer.
I'll just go to jail and go to sleep and be sober, and you'll just get rotten teeth and just die and die and die just because I told you to.
and after a few moments of the very loud car ride, they eventually arrived at the station where she would be charged with resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and theft. While she only threatened to harm someone, the actions of this next entitled teenager almost resulted in the deaths of multiple people. On April the 23rd of 2022 in Santa Rosa, Florida, officers would respond to the report of a reckless driver who had almost caused multiple collisions on the road. Upon arrival, the police would suspect that she may have been driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, which would obviously explain her incoherent and dangerous behavior. When the officers made a search of her vehicle, they discovered some Xanax pills near the driver's seat, confirming their suspicions of drug impairment.
Ma'am, is your ID in your purse? Yes, it is. All right, I'll get it. I'll get it. Hey, I said I'll get it. Stand over there at the end of your car. Do you hear me?
Okay, but if you were more respectful about it, if I'm just saying. All right, if we're all humans here, if you were more respectful about it, I'm just saying.
Where's your ID at? Is it in here?
Can I look through my wallet? Well, like, why are you looking through my wallet? No, the thing is, that's my property. You have no choice.
Actually, I do, because I found freaking Xanax bars on your driver's seat. If you want to explain something, explain those.
Girl, the fact that you're just looking through my stuff.
They were in plain view.
Yep.
And when they inquired whether or not she had a prescription for the drug, she denied using any prescription medication. For obvious reasons, this would raise suspicion, and in that moment, she realized that she was in serious trouble.
Do you have a prescription for Xanax bars? No? Have you taken any? All right. Hang tight. You can get some gloves, because I believe they're sitting right there in the driver's seat.
In a desperate attempt to access her car and potentially hide more evidence, she tried to force her way back in, but the officers would quickly restrain her, and when instructed to move away from her vehicle so that officers could conduct a more thorough inspection, she demanded to know the reason for her arrest. The officer would explain the reasoning and politely requested space to proceed with the investigation, but her behavior made it extremely difficult for the officers as she repeatedly attempted to go back in her car.
I can't sit down in my car.
No, you cannot.
What if I just have, like, my hand up, everything?
No, you're not getting back in your car. You can sit on the grass over there, or we can sit in the back of this car here. You're staying right here.
Okay, but why can't I get my phone to, like, at least have
You're not getting back in that car until they're done.
After concluding their investigation, they noticed dents on her car, and when questioned about them, she started lying to the officers. They would then ask her to take a sobriety test, and as one would expect, she failed the test miserably, which immediately led to police placing her under arrest.
Out of curiosity, has your car always been like that in the front?
Yes, I have. Yeah, honestly, okay. What happened first? Okay, see this part of my car?
I do.
One day I came back from work, like, just like, was like getting off and shit. That was missing. No clue how it was missing.
But let's just say she wasn't going to give up without a fight. After several moments of fighting and resisting arrest, she was eventually placed in the police car and driven to the station. On the way, she continued to be disruptive, damaging the vehicle and insulting the officer to the point where he actually had to pull over and restrain her in hopes that it would calm her down.
Oh, you're gonna tie me down, sir? Pussy ass bitch, bro. All y'all want to meet is your motherfucking quota!
Santa Rosa, Unit 60.
For her actions, she would be placed on probation for a period of 2 years after facing charges for her DUI and possession of harmful drugs without a prescription. One could only hope that after spending that time on probation, she would be cautious of the law moving forward, but despite her extreme circumstances, her level of entitlement doesn't even come close to the next teenager on this list who simply couldn't take no for an answer. On September the 18th of 2022, police officers would respond to a 911 call about a girl refusing to leave her father's car. The father had grown tired of her entitled behavior and wanted her out of his life. When the police approached her, she claimed that everything was fine with her father and even attempted to mislead officers by claiming that she was suffering from dementia, blaming his behavior on everything.
Might be having some sort of like early dementia or something, but he is not acting like himself. We were just gonna go to Starbucks, and then he said that he had to go, and I can't remember if he said he needed to take a package somewhere.
He had me bring her down here. I got her a couple of gift cards because she doesn't have a job.
He did. He just got me a gift card.
She's supposed to be in a rehab facility, but somehow managed to get kicked out of it and showed up back at the apartment. So I felt sorry for her, my mistake. Gave her more money, gave her more things to do, took her here so she could get food. Not only did she not get food, she refused to get out of the car.
However, the father immediately rejected those claims, stating that she had just escaped from a rehab center, and despite all of it, he had shown her compassion by providing money and care to help her get better, which she had taken for granted. Now, after seeing absolute zero gratitude from his daughter, he had simply had enough. When police would try to peacefully remove her from the car, telling her that she could be charged for trespassing if she didn't come out, she provided countless far-fetched and quite irrelevant reasons as to why she would remain inside.
And I feel like usually you ask people not to step out of the car.
Why won't you get out? Why don't you want to get out?
It's on principle at this point.
But you understand that you're probably going to end up going to jail then, right?
You do know that usually, like, if you pulled me over on a highway, we'd both have to pull over, park together.
We're not doing
that. And I would not be allowed out of my vehicle, in fact. You'd say, roll down the window and please present your papers to me. That's what you would say. And I would give
But
you
I
that
may,
information.
sometimes I also ask a lot of people out of the car too.
Okay, well, this isn't...
But your dad wants you out of the car.
This doesn't feel like a very real situation. Like, and it doesn't feel like we're bothering anyone.
So do you want to press charges for trespassing?
I do.
I mean, you can't just press charges like that. You can. No, you can't.
So do you want to get out of the car or not?
Don't you guys have anything better to do today?
We actually do.
But after several moments of polite request, the officers eventually made the decision to arrest her, and upon being informed of her arrest, she attempted to resist, but was eventually removed from the car and placed into handcuffs. At that point, it was too late, as she was thrown into the car before things got out of hand.
Stop searching me. Stop searching me. I have to search you. You're molesting me. You're sexually assaulting me.
Stop.
You are sexually assaulting me. No.
She's not.
Yes,
No,
she
she's
is.
not.
Dad, help me. Please help me. Please help me. Get off me!
Stop. Resisting. Now you're getting a felony.
Get off me! Stop touching me!
Stop resisting.
Stop touching me!
Stop resisting.
Stop touching me! Oh, my arm!
Sit in the
Stop
car.
it!
Sit in the car.
Stop it!
Can you please pick up your knives and sit in the car? I don't want to have to help you.
Get off me! Stop touching me!
Close the door.
After several deliberations, she would be charged with trespassing and resisting arrest. The officers then took her to the station, where she would go on to spend the next couple of days behind bars. If you enjoy true crime content like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.